What's up, everybody? Hey, this is Mark here with the Sports Lounge. Hey, obviously, it's a little different looking tonight because guess what? I'm by myself, but that's all right because today of all days is going to be a day that we're going to enjoy this show as we are going to be talking about the Super Bowl preview. And we at SLM are going to give you a little bit of insight of what will be going on. But with that being said, let's get right into the show.
The Sports Lounge Media Show is brought to you by Cali Built Graphics. Welcome to the lounge.
What's up, guys? Hey, this is Mark here with the Sports Lounge, and as you guys know, we are going to be here. This is Super Bowl week. Obviously, I'm still in my office, but of course, today being Wednesday, and everyone knows when it is Wednesday, it is Hump Day. But hey, here's the great thing, and I'm going to share this. No, we are not going to have an hour-long episode because I don't want to start talking with the voices that I have going in my head. But with that being said, we're going to hop right into this and let's get to talk about the Super Bowl preview. So, for everyone that wants to know, I'm going to share this with you. We don't have Chosen here. We don't have Sarai here. Currently, Sarai is in San Francisco, up there for Super Bowl. Chosen and myself, along with DP from the Down South Philly show. DP is going to be there here shortly. And then, like I said, Chosen myself, we will be there tomorrow. So SLM is going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? We're going to be conquering San Francisco. We're going to be conquering Santa Clara. We're going to be right there in the mix, bringing you content throughout the weekend with everything that's going on the Super Bowl, with the fan experience, that we were going live from on Friday. But with that being said, one thing I wanted to talk about real quick is Tuesday was the first night. Well, Monday technically was the first night of media week. Tuesday was the flag football. It has been moved from Sundays to Tuesdays. And I don't know about you guys. I mean, that whole flag football ordeal, man, I don't know what to say about it. I mean, it is so it's boring. It's like there's no, you might have had a couple great plays. Obviously Jamar Chase, seeing him play on defense, seeing Cooper Kupp playing on, or not Cooper Kupp, Cooper DeJean. Sorry, my apologies. Seeing him play on offense, Dak doing what Dak does, throwing interceptions, even in a Pro Bowl. It's like, what's he doing? NFC even trying to go for the tush push, But with that being said, the final score of that Pro Bowl was 66-52. Definitely, it's what can they do to keep from being injured. I don't think we will ever see guys like Max Crosby ever step foot in a Pro Bowl game. He has too much heart, and he goes, don't get me wrong. I understand it, but it's just not. I don't know. For me, it's like it's almost disrespectful to the game. I remember the Sean Taylors, with that hit in the Pro Bowl game. It's like, man, they played like it was their Super Bowl. I mean, that was the whole point to the Pro Bowl, because there's some teams that they're so stinking horrible they had no chance. But with that being said, so what we have going on for the Super Bowl week, like we will be invading up there, bringing you content, bringing you reels, doing everything we can to show the experience itself. It is going to be pretty phenomenal to see the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots, both of them, deserving so. Currently, right now, actually on the betting line, which John at SLM Bets can bring to you, the Seahawks are opening as a 3.5-point favorite. The Patriots the spread is to be set at 46.5. So it's kind of crazy to see that knowingly how good that the New England Patriots were. Now, what I want you guys to realize is when you look at the defense mindset of that, you have to look at exactly what is going on in the mindset of Mike Vrabel. You have a guy who has both played, a guy who is now coaching with the opportunity. And with that being said, I think even with Sam Darnold leading the way, with JSN probably what some people say one of the best wide receivers in the game, he was the number one receiver in receiving yards. But can Sam Darnold be that guy? People are saying, and they were talking about it actually on other shows the last couple of days, if Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl, does that make him an elite quarterback? Now, I don't know. I don't know personally. I think Sam Darnold is better than what a lot of people say. They criticize him. Oh, he's going to do this. He's going to do it. He's always going to throw a pick. We're not talking about Dak Prescott here. We're talking about Sam stinking Darnold. He is a gunslinger out of USC. He has done what is needed. He has just been on horrible teams consistently. All of a sudden, he starts playing on these winning teams. Look what he's doing. So he's showing the true status, the true caliber that he can. So with that being said, can he win the Super Bowl? Does this make Seattle truly the best team in the NFL? I mean, a lot of people say that the Super Bowl was going to run through Philadelphia. With the way they played last year, that did not happen. We also have seen the Buffalo Bills who went on the downside. But for this, like I said, the Patriots, the Seahawks, I mean, that right there, it's going to be a phenomenal game. It's going to be an enjoyable game. Those for us at SLM, we are going to be bringing you that experience live. You will not just see my face, and yes, I'm the pretty one out of the bunch. But I just want you guys to know and be able to have this experience. I appreciate everyone that has been on there. With that, I want you guys to sit there and put in your predictions, put in your guys' thoughts. Who do you guys have in winning the Super Bowl? What do you guys have on the score? I think it's going to be a little bigger spread, but I think it's going to be the Patriots. I also am a person who, do you believe in the conspiracy theory with the whole logo scheme, the whole picture that was released before the Super Bowl with Drake May and Sam Darnold? I just think the reason why the Patriots are going to win it is because of Mike Vrabel, because of his coaching style, because of the belief that he has in that system. With the way that Drake May has played, 31 touchdowns on the season, 8 interceptions compared to Darnold's 25 and 14. Very close in completion percentages, almost dang near identical. You got to look at the run game. You've got Kenneth Walker, who had over 1,000 yards, and of course you had Travion Henderson with 911. But then you look at the wide receiver stats, JSN at 17, almost 1,800 yards, and Diggs at 1,000. The defense is the key. Seattle, they like to fly around. They are playing in a stadium that they know all too well. We all know there are going to be a bunch of people from Seattle, a bunch of Seattle fans rolling into this thing. I mean, how pissed off do you think that San Francisco fans are going to be knowing that Seattle's going to go into their stadium and possibly win a Super Bowl? You already know they're a little perturbed. Now, next year, they're down in Los Angeles. Could you just think how crazy? It's like, what happens if there's another NFC West goes down to Los Angeles and wins the Super Bowl? I mean, I think it's pretty phenomenal. I know for sure next year we will bring in content during media week, the entire week. It will not be just a partial week. It will be an entire week. But we are going to have the opportunity to give you guys a fan experience. I'm coming to you guys Friday. But it is definitely going to be interesting. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go a little bit to the off-season mark with what's going on in the backstories, behind the scenes. You've got Stoutland, I think it is, down south, DP. Correct me, I believe you pronounce it Stoutland. Just left Philadelphia. Matt LaFleur's little brother, actually has been announced as the Cardinals head coach, and he just hired Hackett as his OC. The Steelers hired their new offensive coordinator. I can't even say the cat's last name, but it's Brian Angelichio. Man, sorry, I apologize, man. I do. I'm not very good at names. That's why I always called my kids Kid. no matter which one. They always knew one of them had to come. The Jets named Frank Reich as their OC and a critical hire for Aaron Glenn. Now, there's other stuff that's going. So the new OC in Miami is trying to say that he's praised the work of Tua, but there needs to be some type of competition. So they're trying. So what is Miami going to do in the draft? We got the draft coming up here in April. What do you guys think are going to have happen with that aspect? Are they going to go after a quarterback? I mean, you can go after a guy like Ty Simpson in the mid rounds. You can pick one in the later. This is probably one of the weakest quarterback classes that I've seen in quite a few years. Are the Raiders going to take Mendoza? Rightfully so. Me personally, I trade down. I try to get a veteran quarterback. I just think veteran quarterbacks are always a better way to go. And get someone as a backup for a couple years. I think every person should learn from someone who has done the job better. But I'm just curious, what are your guys' thoughts? What do you guys think that we're going to see? Hey, Dave, appreciate you hopping on here, man. Yes, we will definitely be reaching out to you and also hitting up Sing. But another thing also. So we've talked about obviously Super Bowl predictions. I want to know who you guys have. I want to know who you guys have winning the MVP. I'm going to give this out here real quick. And when it comes to DraftKings, the sports books and things like that, a lot of people are favoring the Seattle over. It's 47-10. So they're saying Seattle's got this locked. I don't know about that one. A lot of people are saying it's going to be a 10-point game. I think it's going to be closer than that. Now, the key is going to be the defense versus the offense. When it comes to the offense that New England has, what can Drake May do? When we saw the last game he played, it was a horrible game, but we are not going to be dealing with that weather. It is not going to be snowing in Santa Clara. There might be some earthquakes, though. There's going to be a lot of rumbling because there definitely has been a lot of rumbling this last week. Matter of fact, just the other day, there was 30 earthquakes in a 3.5-hour time period. But with that being said, none of them, only one reached above a magnitude of 4.4. And if you guys have never experienced an earthquake, it's just like a kid shaking a bed when it's something that small. So, but they managed to have quite a few. So a lot of people are saying, like, what do we have to expect? What can we do? But I want to know, you guys, what are we looking forward to in the offseason? What is it that we can bring to you to help with these things and grow? So with that being said, I'm going to switch right here and we're going to go right into our commercial.
This segment is brought to you by Number One Sports Fan. Welcome to the lounge.
All right, that gave me a chance to get some water, so I appreciate you guys. So on other news, there's been a lot of news today, and I just don't want to talk about the NFL because here at SLM, we are not just an NFL, we're not a podcast, we are a broadcast. We are trying to bring you all the content, all the media across all major sports. And with that being said, of course, one of our, my good friend, my best friend, my brother, our Chosen, who brings to you Inside the Paint. With that being said, today has been a great day. Tomorrow, is a new day, but today has been a great day across the NBA. There have been trades galore when it comes to the offseason aspect. And when I talk about galore, I mean, we saw Anthony Davis get traded. Lonzo Ball's been traded and released to now become a free agent. We have seen, Chris Paul got traded and he's getting waived to become a free agent and possibly retire. It's just, I don't know. I really don't know what's going on across the NBA. We saw McCain get traded to the Thunder, for a first round and 3 second rounders. Kobe White got traded by the Bulls. I didn't think that was going to happen. I mean, Kobe White and Mike Conley were actually great players in Chicago. I liked them there, but they got sent off to Charlotte in exchange for Colin Sexton, Ousmane Ding, and 3 second rounders. James Harden getting traded to the Cavs. So trade deadline has been one of the craziest ones that I have seen in NBA history in quite a while. And it all started with Trae Young getting traded to the Wizards for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. Um, Dennis Schroeder got swapped and Keon Ellis. We saw Jaren Jackson get traded to Utah. I mean, so I want you guys to save this comment and take it to Inside the Paint and bring it to him talking about the trade deadline. But I want you guys to ask Chosen's option. What is his feel of what was the best trade at the trade deadline? I personally think that Anthony Davis is something that I was intrigued by, but he just can't stay healthy. So we've got that going on. Here's another great thing. And here in a moment, we're going to be bringing to you right here with this. And that, of course, is Hearts and Howls. So just so you guys know, obviously, no, I'm not the voice of Sarai. Thank God for that, because that would be really funny sounding. But this is Rudy. Rudy is he's a Husky, as you can tell. Hearts and Howls. All you got to do is go to the QR code. You can donate. It is a nonprofit. You can donate to them, and it's not just monetary donations. You can donate by getting, paying for food, for toys, for things like that. They rescue animals. They also make sure they're chipped, they're neutered, they're spayed, everything that's needed to help take care of them. They bring them in, and they spend quite a while. I know Rudy has been there for a little while, but with that being said, go to Hearts and Howls, and yes, they also have Meows, aka the cats. But the one thing they have not got yet right is, where the heck is Hearts and Hooves, man? We need to get some Hearts and Hooves in here. But down there in Texas, they just got to figure that out. But that would be awesome to see as well, because there are a lot of older horses. I'm a horse guy personally. I wish I had the opportunity to do something like that, but I will tell you, it's a very good organization to donate to help taking care of these animals. So just go to Hearts and Howls Rescue, and please donate. Help take care of these animals.
This segment is brought to you by Brian Martino Construction. Welcome to the lounge.
Oops, sorry guys, I put it on the second screen. No, there's not a second person. Don't worry, guys. I am flying solo. But with that being said, so the last but not least, when it comes to this show, is, as I shared, we're not just a podcast here at SLM. We are a broadcast, and you are going to start seeing Grand Slam Lounge coming back to you. We are coming, and we are working on some bigger and better things when it comes to the baseball aspect, because, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great day for me to say I love the Super Bowl. I do. I love it for a reason. And it ain't because it's the Super Bowl. Because that means that pitchers or catchers are reporting to spring training literally in 2 weeks. Baseball officially starts in 49 days. 49. We are less than 50 days away that Major League Baseball is going to start. The season's going to be opening up with the Yankees and the Giants, with the Yankees, with the dang Yankees. I can't stand the Yankees. Of course, I don't like the Giants either. But they're going to be starting the season off playing in San Francisco. And the great game that's going to be finishing the year, which is all the way in September. I'm sad that September always comes around every year, because I do miss baseball. I love October baseball though, but I will be personally going live, bringing you content from the Giants and Dodgers in San Francisco for the final game of the season. That is being announced right here, right now. But we are going to be having plenty of content. We are also currently working on a special college show to bring the college content to you guys. But of course, make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe first and foremost. Also, go to www.sportsloungemedia.com. The web page is live, is active. Our web store. Hit me up if you need anything. Just so you guys know, obviously we have our polos, we have our hoodies. I will be putting out pictures of the new hats that we just got that are being released, and We also have just basic decals for you guys to rock on the back of your phones, to rock on the back of on your water jugs, whatever you need. I mean, we can even get you guys laser engraved the what do they call those cups? Not the Yeti. Well, we can do the Yetis as well. But the new cups that are a lot of popular right now, I can't even remember what they're called. They have like 10 different cups. They hold 10 different bottles. Um, but with that being said, we can get those laser engraved for you as well. But again, our hats, we've got our dad hats that you've seen chosen wear. We also have the new snapback fit, new era hats. Those you're going to see John from SL and Bets rocking those. We've got our hoodies, and guess what? Our shirts we're going to be putting in orders for t-shirts. Let us know. We want to put in those orders. We will have everything set up on the web store. It will be shipped out directly from our manufacturer, which is Cali Built Graphics. That is the amazing thing about it. We just go straight to the supplier, because if there's ever a middleman, there's always extra cost. We just want to help you guys, help us support you, because everything gets poured out. It's helping us bring the content to you guys as we're able to do these things. But with that being said, man, I just thank you guys for that to have hopped on here. I thank you guys for that are following us. Just remember, like, subscribe to each one of our shows, and a lot new content, a lot more merchandise, a lot more information is going to be released to you as we bring this broadcast to you here at Sports Lounge Media. So again, I am Mark, the CEO and the president and founder, along with Mr. Mike Porcher, the chosen one. We are looking forward to bringing you all the new sports update that we possibly can. So with that being said, I hope you all have an amazing week. Don't forget, SLM, we are invading San Francisco for Media Week starting tomorrow. So, with that being said, peace out, y'all.